1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon. Oh.
I caught the pundits for a few moments afterwards when all the adverts had finished, and they came back. And as I say, I don't like watching the pundits. They can talk sense. They're so-called experts. They played the game, etc. But ultimately, I'm interested in watching the action and making my own judgment on what I see. But what little I did see was that they kind of were saying, well, what was wrong with France? Why was Spain better tonight? Blah blah blah. And actually, to me, there's a simple answer, and that is humans are not robots. We talked about this in other subjects. We're not robots. So one day we may be really good at something, whatever it might be, our job, our music, our anything. Another day, it all kind of collapses, it disintegrates, it just doesn't work. I mean, they're the two extremes, if you like, either brilliant or rubbish. And very often, most of us are somewhere on the spectrum within there, hopefully towards the better side. But France, so they didn't play as well. So what? I mean, it matters on the day. Whatever team does it on the day, they tend to carry the prizes. But isn't that the magic of not just football, the magic of sport? That most of it is not predictable. I mean, I often refer back to my team, Crystal Palace, when early this year we lost in the FA Cup as FA Cup holders from the previous season to Macclesfield in Manchester, a sort of non-league team. You can say, well, how did that happen? But actually, FA Cup giant killings are the stuff that it's made of. It's always been a bit like that. People want to see the underdog come through and win. Now, on paper, no way were Macclesfield going to beat Crystal Palace. On the football field, they jolly well did, and good luck to them. And it was not pleasant as a Palace fan at the time, but it's what the game is all about. And that's why predicting is a very difficult business. Now, you said, France wouldn't get through, Spain would, and you proved to be right. And I would actually lay claim to something else, which is well evidenced by those who know me. Before a ball was kicked, and despite all these years of, hope and optimism and expectation, it all crashes and goes to dust at these tournaments. My gut feeling, and it was a gut feeling, an intuition more than logic, really. I said before this tournament started, I actually think this is England's time. I think it just feels to me, it just for various reasons that they're going to avenge all these years of hurt. And, we've been so disappointed for so long. Now, of course, we may lose the match tonight. We might do. But I just have that feeling that we're going through beleaguered times. This country is a beleaguered nation for various reasons at the moment, and not good reasons. And I just think it will create the most massive lift for people in this country, patriotic people who love this country. If we were to win the World Cup, I think it would be a real positive shot in the arm. And I obviously hope we do. What does disappoint me, but I raised this, I only read it because to suggest that our players shouldn't need too much motivation. Now, there's a very good TalkSport radio show called Simon Jordan and Jim White. Jim White is the host, and Simon Jordan used to own Crystal Palace, is a very good pundit, if that's the word for him. He's a great speaker, great orator. And this post on Facebook by somebody called Sam Baines, I don't know who that is, and I don't really talk for the veracity, the authenticity of this, but it is under the Simon Jordan and Jim White Facebook page. And this chap, Sam Baines, says this. He says, Messi, speaking about the Scottish support for Argentina ahead of their semi-final against England. I see you got that little smile on your face, that knowing smile of what's to follow. Now, this is attributed to Messi, as to word.
Say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, three beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us on the show.
As to words he said, I don't say it's definitely the case, but the chances are, given the setup I've described, that it probably is. But let's not say it definitely is. Anyway, Messi is supposed to have said, "I've always prided myself on my charity work and philanthropy, so if I can bring happiness to the Scottish people just by playing football, then I know I'm doing something right." It's all good so far. As a kid growing up in Argentina, you're told about the love the Scots have for Diego Maradona, of course. Probably because of the hand of God goal. That's probably why they love him. Anyway, Messi says they are united by their... And this, if this is what he said, I find it's quite sad, actually, but there we are. They're united by their hatred for the English. Not the English fans, but for the English, and their love for cheap alcohol and cocaine. But we have a job to do on Wednesday, and I'm just trying to focus on that. That is Messi. So very uncomplimentary words from him, and we know some say it's banter. I think many Scots, not all, many Scots do hate English football and perhaps other elements of England for whatever reason. They have the prerogative to do that. But I still find it a bit sad, because you and I have said before that they may say it's easy to say this, but I think we both mean it. If it was Scotland in a semi-final and England were out, I think there would be a great many English people, not
Absolutely.
all, but a great many who would be supportive of Scotland or Wales, because we would bring in our Britishness, and it is the UK, it's one of the home countries. But sadly, when it's England, often the home countries go and buy the shirts, the football shirts of the other side. And at the end of the day, there's no point getting too upset about it, because nothing's going to change that vitriol against us. But my point really is, I don't believe our team, which is a very good team in my opinion, although we didn't play as well the other day against Norway as we could do, but I think we did enough to win. But if our team need any more motivation to beat Argentina, not least history, we've had with the hand of God goal, which was not seen by the ref, where Maradona, brilliant footballer, simply put his arm up and pushed the ball into the goal, and it was so quick that the officials didn't see it, but it's always been known as the hand of God. And you read the history books on these things, and when we did win the World Cup, apparently our manager, who was Alf Ramsey, a very quiet and dignified man, apparently, he actually, after one of the games in that tournament, I think England must have beaten Argentina during the route to the final. He called them animals after a game where our players were just being constantly kicked.
Say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, three beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us on